Well, I think what's interesting about these protests is the scale of them. We saw 50 protests in more than 50 cities across China, and that just gives you some idea of the anger, the anti-Japanese sentiment that exists in China. That's largely to do with atrocities committed during the Second World War, as well as what Chinese children are taught at school. So there is a real anti-Japanese sentiment in the country. I was just down on the streets a couple of hours ago, and people there were talking about how angry, these were ordinary people, how angry they were over this issue. I think it's significant, however, that these protests were allowed to go ahead in the first place. It shows that the authorities, at the very least, have condoned these protests, and some would say, actually, you know, from the Chinese government's point of view, the fact that these protests have gone ahead in some ways displays the public anger, and it shows that Beijing must do something in order to try and resolve this dispute. But it's difficult to see where that resolution is going to come from, because both Beijing and Tokyo are refusing to back down over this issue of the disputed sovereignty of these islands in the East China Sea.